Yo, we are live. Yay. Oh, here back for some Redux streaming. Didn't actually plan on streaming tonight, but I was testing stuff in New World and got done early. So I got some time to work on Warlords. Okay, I got VS Code going. I got the wrong text file. Get GitHub. Okay, we're gonna discard that since that's just a camera change. Okay, we're gonna fix this file real quick since it's literally right in front of us right now. Rename. It's gonna be patch 18. And we'll get patch 18 set up here as well. And submit that to GitHub. Patch file updated. Let's go. Okay, let's pull up Discord and see what we got to work on. I don't even know what we have to work on. Not planning on streaming tonight. So, okay, first thing we got to do on our list is look at the vehicle spawning overlap. Okay, so AI vehicles are spawning on top of each other. We need to see if we, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. I noticed it at southern base while I was rewatching the stream from last weekend. That, like, every time I went to southern base, the vehicles were exploding. The AI vehicles were exploding, and I think it has something to do with because they're trying to spawn on roads, and if they don't see a road, then they're just spawning on top of each other the way the airplanes were. So I think we're gonna need to potentially rewrite the AI vehicle spawning code, which no big deal. We've already done it for player vehicles and airplanes, so it should be fairly simple. And fix aircraft waypoints to stop mid-air ramming. So what's going on there? So we randomized the start location for aircraft, but what we did not do, and we've randomized the XY location for jets and helicopters, but what we did not do is we did not randomize the Z coordinate. So they start at various altitudes, but then they all fly down to a waypoint that's at like 300 or 400 meters. So then they're all traveling in a random pattern around the AO at the exact same altitude, which is bad. So we need to deconflict that. Yeah, and I was like rewatching the stream from last weekend, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. Like, it was like the fact that we didn't see a mid-air collision last weekend was kind of bonkers. But yeah, that's a thing. That is definitely a thing. And I did some research into disabling tanks shooting down jets. Yeah, that's gonna be a no-go. That's without a mod, there's no way I could do that. I can lock players out of the gun, but that's exactly opposite of what I want to do. I want to lock the AI out of the gun, and it doesn't seem to be there's any way to lock the AI gunner out. So, okay, so let's open up VS Code and let's get started. There's new release notes. Yay. I should probably go read those release notes. That's funny, VS Code. I never learned a single thing about VS Code. Like, I came from, I think I was using Notepad++. No, I used some intermediate, like, coding thing, but between Notepad++ and VS Code. But I literally just changed, like, on the fly. I was working on a project, and I just changed like mid-project to VS Code, and I never took the time to figure it out. Okay, so here is our vehicle spotting code. So if count, and then it looks like sector, okay. So it's looking for the prefab sectors is 0. So if it's not a prefab sector and it's not connected to base, then we do this stuff. So roads is they're defining a variable, which is private. And he's doing, okay, let's start looking stuff up. Just to make sure we're not messing anything up here. And we're not going to Google BI Wiki because that'll get me banned off YouTube. Okay, so we're looking up for the command near roads. Near roads. I 100% know what this does, but because I don't code SQF very often anymore, we're gonna look this up. Okay, find road segments within the given, within the circle of a given radius. Okay, so it's looking at sector. So that's the sector that's being attacked, where it's gonna spawn stuff. Looking for near roads within 200 meters. Then it's selecting a road connected to a magical variable. This. Okay, roads connected to. Find road segments connected to the given road segment. Okay, I think this is where the code starts to fall apart. So then it's selecting. So I think it's selecting a road segment. Crap, I don't even know, dude. Selecting a road segment that's greater than 0 inside an array is what I think this is doing. I think. Then in area array filters a given list of objects and or positions in relation to the given area defined by a trigger marker or location. Okay. So it's selecting roads if they're greater than 0 in the sector. I think that's what it's doing. And I think that's what's messing stuff up. Okay. So next up, we are defining an array that's just blank for now. Oh, that's my array. I did this. I should really come up with a better name for that, but whatever. All right, so if the count of roads, which is defined up here, is greater than 0, then... So this is kind of just a while true. That's the vibe I'm getting off this, is literally this is just a while true. Okay, so road here, it's selecting a random from roads, And roads is looking at road segments within 200 meters inside the zone. Okay. Kind of weird though. This isn't a this isn't an array. This is just a list, I guess. Huh. Okay. So we already can see a problem right here because sectors that don't have roads, like South Base, aren't going to have anything to select. So we already got an issue here with roads, with road. So vehicle array is going to be position, road, road, get direction, select random. Okay, so he's getting the position of road, which is overall defined up here. And then he's setting a direction along the road. Okay. Then he's spawning a vehicle. So this is probably our mess up right here. So if there's no roads, what the game, my understanding from dealing with the spawning systems before, is it's gonna spawn stuff in the middle of town. Like 0, 0 within the area. At least that's how it worked for players. Then everything, so this position is what's gonna mess us up. Because it's spawning the position road, and road is select random roads. But if you don't have any roads in the sector, then you got an issue. So, okay, let's go test this in game. I don't even think I got Steam running, do I? No, I don't have Steam running. Okay, so we're going to find a zone. I think South Base has no roads. In fact, there's probably multiple zones that don't have roads. Actually, I'm thinking, South Base I don't think has any roads. And, military base, like up in the northeast. I don't remember what it's called. Ghost Hotel Hill or something. Salt Flats Hill. Salt Flats military base. I think that one, that was the second one I think of it doesn't have a, we're on the right. Off the top of my head, those are the only two zones I can think of that don't have roads. We may be doing a lot of work for a little bit of gain here. Well, that's easy. That's not easy because it's connected to base. Oh. Hey, let's actually look at this though. Okay, the reason I think this one doesn't count as a road segment is because the distance it's measuring, 200 meters. I don't know if it covers these road segments right here. Because I remember something funky happening with this place. It may be because the road section may have been like 100 or 150 meters before, and I expanded it to 200 to make this place work. But yeah, I don't quite remember. Roads, roads, roads everywhere. Yeah, it looks like all the zones have roads. Technically, this one does not have roads. Oh, guess it has roads? Yeah, it has roads right there, I guess. Oh, Vikos almost has roads. One little baby road. Maybe that's why they're exploding. So this is the only road for them spawning? Yeah, everything else is gonna have roads. Yep, okay. One, two, okay. That's not very far from Vikos.
Warlords Protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Select destination.
Okay, what I'm gonna do with this next zone,
Destination
I'm gonna
selected.
run into the zone here, and then I'm gonna AFK. Grab a drink and stuff. Hold up. I'm being dumb. Okay. Oh, there's AI. There's AI. Holy crap. Ah, not anymore. Got him. Guess I was a little bit too quick on the trigger. Should have remembered that this place takes a while to spawn. Okay, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, I'm back.
Select sector.
Okay, we're going down to Zoros. Pause my music because I actually want to listen. I expect stuff to blow up in this zone.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, I don't see any smoke. And I did not hear any explosions. Okay, so I guess there were plenty of roads. Let's see how many actually spawn though. You know what I should have done? I should have jacked up the okay, I see 1, 2, or 3 vehicles. Okay. This I have no idea how to fix. Oh, nope, he fixed it himself. Just forget what I said. Oh, there's a 4th one right there. So we know in towns where they got plenty of roads, fine. And we got a pretty small data set here, but 4 guys spawn, none of them spawn on top of each other. It's probably is how am I gonna fix a zone without breaking the zones that do have roads? That is the question. Oh, this zone doesn't have vehicles in it. I bet Sakanisi doesn't have.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, this one we want to
Select
get here.
sector.
Because, so from the stream last week, and I know at least twice, we had multiple vehicles blow up in this zone. Make sure we're quick. Fast travel.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Oh, yep, they blew up. Go up on the backside too, over by that road. Okay, so yeah, it might be doing literally exactly what we're talking about. Because this is the only road segment inside this zone. And it's trying to spawn them on that zone. Oh. You know what a super simple fix for this is going to be? Let's make the zone bigger. Yeah, let's go, so I'm going to run to the center of the zone. And then I am going to measure how far it is to those roads. And I will give them multiple road segments. Because that's going to be way easier than trying to rewrite the system just for like 2 zones on this map. Need to go test at Sagnasy Harbor too, though. Sagnasy Harbor and Military Hill. We'll have to restart the game to get to Military Hill, though. Okay, so that is the one road segment that we have. I don't know how big road segments are in the game, but I think we're going to be pretty generous here.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, we're going to go north. I have no idea if this place spawns vehicles or not. If they do, they're going to explode. Probably. No, actually, that zone should not spawn vehicles because there's literally no road segments for it to look for.
Sector selected.
I think that was my original struggle was I was trying to get when I was messing around with this, I was trying to, a bunch of zones weren't spawning vehicles at all, so I had to expand the range it was looking at for. Okay. So that's 140 meters. So if I make this to 2, yeah, that's 150 meters. Yep. Okay, so if I make this 200 radius, it'll give me maybe 2 or 3 road segments. Won't really solve my problem, but it will basically fix that zone. Okay, let's go test Sagnasy Harbor.
Select destination.
Sagnasy Harbor might be a lot more difficult to fix. This is such a troll zone. Put this here as like an anti-camper zone, but like there's basically, because it's so small, no AI spawn here. Like literally one squad or something spawns here. So freaking easy to cap.
Select sector.
Okay, Sagnasy.
Sector selected. Select destination.
Oh man, I'm already hearing stuff blow up.
Selected.
Yep. Okay, well that answers that question. Everything spawned in the same spot. Let's go look at where it spawned though. Yep. Literally everything spawned in the same spot. So the only road segment it saw was this, and it was like, hey, let's spawn all the vehicles right there. Okay. We've identified a problem, so we don't have to rewrite the entire thing. Now we just need to do a... Whoa, this is a weird map layout, dude. I thought I had fixed this. So this is probably like a 1 in 1,000 chance to get both teams on the same side. Fairly rare. Right now I'm just base hopping, trying to get something on the northeast side of the map. And we are not having any luck at all. No! I need something on northeast side of the map that's not connected to military. Oh my god. We may just have to tough this out and like plow through a whole bunch of sectors to get this done. Dude, game, are you being for real? Another one-side map. Oh yes, we got it, we got it, we got it.
Warlords protocol initialized.
Oh, we got a night spawn too.
Voting
Sweet.
for the next sector. Select sector.
213. Okay.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Did we kill? I don't think we killed. Alright, next up is military. And we expect things to explode here. Either that or we're only going to get a 0 or 1 spawn. Hopefully we get a multiple spawn. I hope they explode, Kappa. And I think there's technically maybe 2 road segments here.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, you know what? I should fix the team balance system too.
Sector selected.
You're supposed to fast travel there really
Select
fast.
destination.
Oops.
Destination selected.
Yep. I see stuff exploding. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it saw that one sector. It only saw that one road segment. Okay. Oh, one of them made it out alive. That's amazing. Okay, so maybe it saw 2 road segments? Either way, we need to fix something. It's weird that wreck disappeared so fast. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Like, if you go over here to this road segment, I think I have it only looking for road segments within 200. Can't be right. Oh, that's 230 meters from me, the player. Yeah, I think that's limiting the road search over here. So this zone we're going to have to measure. This one's going to be pretty important. And I think the sun should be coming up pretty soon. Yeah, sun will be coming up in a couple minutes.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, so what we want to do is I'll mark this road segment that's behind us. We're going to find the middle of the zone.
Sector selected.
Okay, so that's 156. Basically 150. And over here, it's also 150. Okay. So this zone, I don't think I actually need to push this zone this much farther out, but I do need to expand the area because the edge of this zone is basically 200 meters. So if we expand that out to 250, it's going to be like 250 out there, and then like 250 out here. Yeah. Dude, I'm so good at measuring distance. That's 259. So I do that. That should give me a couple more road segments, but then I have to go in that 200 radius. I need to expand that to 250 to make this zone work. And that'll be more than enough to make Vikos and Saganisi. So Saganisi, I don't know. We may never get Saganisi to work because I can't really expand Saganisi that much. There's only one road. But at least we'll get like 2 spawn spots. So maybe all the vehicles don't blow up when they spawn in. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But okay. So first thing I need to do is see who is pinging me. Why are you pinging? Hang on 1 second. Need to reply to somebody on Discord. On. Okay, I suck at spelling. So that reply will have to wait. Alright, so let's go back to populate sector here. Okay, so we're going to have to expand near roads to 250. And once that's done, I need to go into the actual editor, and I need to expand those zones out to 250. Okay, let's see. Go. It's gonna be 250, 250. Oh my god, yeah, that gives us lots of area to play with. Okay, we're only gonna do this one to 150. Because that's gonna be absurd. No? Hmm. So that's what, maybe 2 road segments? This is actually closer to what it is on live on default Warlords. I feel like I'm kind of okay with some vehicles blowing up. Like if they get 4 vehicles spawned in the zone, I'm kind of okay with them blowing up. Because this zone could be pretty painful to cap. Let's expand it out to 175. Okay, that'll definitely get me, I think, 2 road segments. I'm happy with that. Take our chances. So I think this is the axis I'm supposed to go 250 on. And just to keep it shape a little bit, we're going to do 175. That did not seem to give me that much more road. Let's do 200. Okay, that's about all I'm willing to expand that. So we know we got 1 or 2 segments over here. And we know this one counted as a segment because we saw the Ifrit spawn there. I'm assuming that's going to count as a segment and that'll count as a segment. So 4 or 5 segments. Okay, let's spin it up. Oh, this is an interesting spawn. Nowhere near where I need it to be, but okay. Unfortunately, that one was connected to military, so it didn't do us any good. There we go.
Warlords protocol
Another night.
initialized.
It's at 2:30 this time.
Waiting for the next sector. Select
Kind of worrying me
sector.
that we got I didn't actually look at the start time on those other missions, but Getting 2 nights in a row is worrisome. So I have this very heavily weighted against nighttime starts.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, so we'll cap this, then we'll go to military, and fingers crossed we don't see anything explode at military.
Sector seized.
Okay, and I gotta be
Voting for
ready
the
to
next
actually
sector.
fast travel this one this time. Kind of messed that up last time.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, I didn't hear anything explode. Oops. I think I may have accidentally killed all the stuff. Oh, that's good, because there was a Kuma right on top of me. Yeah, well, it looks like whatever we did fixed it. I guess. Nothing exploded. Yeah, so now we need to go check those other two. That is not where I need to be. We get another good northeast spawn. I may go check military base a second time just to double check that fix. Nope, not on military base. Yeah, I literally need anything not on the northeast side of the map. Game, come on. How far am I actually away here? 1, 2, 4. Okay, that's actually not that bad. We'll roll with that.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Time we get this time, 16:44. Slightly more normal time there. Okay. Found the word I was looking for earlier, so. I'm intentionally not going to attack airfield. Just because it'd be faster to go around.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Sorry about that. I had to reset up. Oh, Windows there. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I think Arma 3 is the only game that does that black screen when I alt-tab. Really don't know why it does that, but... In fact, I know it is, because all my other games, like, I'll literally alt-tab constantly. Yeah, it's probably just because Arma 3 is old. Got some old rendering tech on it or something.
Sector seized. Voting for the
Right
next
after
sector.
Salicano, we're going to Pickles. This is that worth now? 20? Second easiest, we're 12 now.
Sector selected.
Military 16. Okay. Not too bad.
Select destination. Destination selected.
I'm actually going to be so happy if this works. Such an easier solution than what I was going to do. I was going to take the like player spawn system and like try to integrate that into the AI spawn system, and it was going to be a disaster. Definitely would have been painful to do it the way I had originally planned on doing it, but
Sector seized.
okay.
Voting for the next
And we're
sector.
gonna be Johnny on the spot for
Select
fast travel this time.
sector.
Oh no no no. Not gonna be Johnny on the
Sector
spot to
selected.
fast travel. Oh.
Select destination. Destination selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Wow, I've been muted for a while. I have no idea how long I've been muted. So hopefully it wasn't super long. But if I was just saying, so we got the vehicles fixed. We got 2 good spawn points at Saganisi, so we're gonna call that good. And we got that uploaded to GitHub. Next thing on our list to do is fix the potential aircraft running into each other. Which is going to be this number right here. We need to randomize this, but we're going to double check on the wiki. That is the value we're looking for. Okay, adds a new waypoint to the group. The waypoint is placed randomly within a circle of a given center and radius. Oh, okay. Okay, so center radius. So position sector. So what I'm doing here is I'm making the center of this waypoint. I'm making it the center of the sector. And I'm adding 300 on the z-axis to that. And it's picking a waypoint within a 400 meter radius, I guess. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to randomize that number right there. And I've already done it right here. So I can literally just, because this is within the same scope as that. So if I just change all of, okay, so not that one, but this one, that one, that one. So that should give me a random value between 200 to 600 weighted towards 400. And because this is going to loop the way it is looping, that means this value should get randomized. Each airplane that gets spawned at each one of the waypoints should get randomized heights too. No, actually, they all get the same randomized height. Because it's going to loop, it's going to pick a random value here, and it's going to assign that 3 times. Then it's for the next item that gets spawned, it's going to pick a new random z value, and then it's going to assign it to that all 3 times. So, okay. So if I wanted all of these to be random, like I wanted him to change altitude up and down, I would have to make a randomized z2 and a randomized z3. Which is, I feel like it's kind of excessive. It would look cool in the air, but because he would be climbing and descending. Oh, let's do that, dude. I just want to see what it looks like. So we're gonna take this, copy that, paste, paste. Call this random z2, random z3. Okay, so now it should generate 3 different randomized numbers for the z-axis between 200 and 600. Kind of want to get rid of this weighted towards 400. Yeah, let's see if we could do that. I think I just did that because that's literally the only Okay, well, let's just YOLO this. Let's just take it out and see what happens. Don't know why that wouldn't work, but is FQF, and I can never trust what's actually going to happen. So if that tosses an error at us because it's missing a variable or something, we'll know how to fix it. So what we're going to need to do is go to any airfield or helipad and then just watch to see if they climb and descend. And look at that. We're only 2 zones away. Sweet.
Warlords protocol initialized.
Got a
Voting for the
13:48
next
start.
sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Gonna walk around the fence this time instead of trying to go over it because I'm too lazy to hit the V key. I feel like I never see stuff spawn at military, even though it is a place that should spawn stuff, like airplanes. Maybe I just got some observer bias because I was so focused on vehicles the last couple times. It's military we go.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Also give us a chance to do a little more
sector.
testing on the ground vehicles.
Sector selected.
There we go.
Select
Yep.
destination.
That's exactly a line. Error 2 almost provided, 3 expected.
Action cancelled.
Apparently that 400 is required. No, no, that's required. I don't want to make this bigger. Let's randomize this a little bit on the high side. So it's still going to be weighted towards 400. So 400 should be the Armor 3 just locked up. So whenever you get that error where you can't save, it's because Arma 3 is still running. Now I have to find where the heck Arma 3 is. There it is. In task. There we go. So now we're going to save. Yep. Got to save. Okay. So we're randomized with a minimum of 200, weighted towards 400, and a maximum of 800. So we're still expecting to see stuff around 400. So it may be kind of hard to see these guys climb and send, but I might raise the weighted up a little bit too. Where's going to be my closest airfield from here? Yeah, I don't like that. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, cool. We're only 2 zones away from
Warlords
salt flats.
protocol initialized.
This is actually about perfect.
Voting for the next sector. Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
kind of a weird shaped zone. I guess you can't see it on stream anymore, but very long and skinny.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
Okay, this is going to be kind of awkward because I don't really have the money because of the new CPU balance system to get a thermal set, and I need to.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Dang, now I'm too close. Okay, it looks like they're going down. Oh, this is going to be weird with helicopters. Because if they have to climb, they are going to go so slow. Okay, right now this is inconclusive. Looks like they're flying around at the same altitude. Exactly what we wanted to avoid. Okay. Let's go try another airfield. Because what appeared to happen there is they got set to like a 200-foot altitude, then they just chilled there.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
That was definitely not the results I was looking for.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected. Sector seized. Voting for the next sector.
And this should be one of the easiest zones to watch too, because it's perfectly flat. If we get the same results again this time, we're gonna have to put some debugging code in, try to figure out what
Sector selected.
is actually going on.
Select destination.
Holy smokes, okay, so some of these jets just spawn really high.
Selected.
Like, I saw one of those jets way high up in the air. Dang, but we got 3 helicopters. Okay, that jet's diving down towards the ground. That's good. Oh, these guys are a lot higher this time. Okay, that jet went really low at that waypoint. I wonder if he's going to climb back up. Okay, well, they spawned at... Some of them spawned up high, but they eventually flew down low. And it almost seems like once they go low, like they'll just never climb up again. They'll just be like, oh, yep, this is where I'm at. Yeah, they're literally just going to chill down here at these altitudes. Whatever lowest altitude they go to, I guess is what they're just going to chill at. Which is kind of really bad, but yeah, none of these guys are attempting to climb at all. They were more than happy to descend. Oh, it looks like I'll just have to up the minimum altitude, I guess. Oh, okay, well, up in the minimum altitude doesn't actually fix the problem we're dealing with here. Hmm. Okay, let's abort out of this and take a look at the code here. See if there's some debugging we can add to this to... Okay, let's go look up what set waypoint type is here. Obviously know what cycle is. Ah, SAT is seek and destroy. Okay. And cycle just brings them back. All right. Okay, seek and destroy. It does not matter if the waypoint type has been placed spatially or up on an object. If attached to an object, the waypoint will remain fixed at the objective's initial position as displayed in the mission editor. Oh. So I don't think it matters what we do. So it does not matter if the waypoint type is placed spatially or an object. If attached to an object, which we're basically attaching it to a sector, which is going to be at 0 elevation. The waypoint will remain fixed at the object's initial position as displayed in the mission editor, which is 0 altitude. So basically what they're doing, they're going down to their minimum altitude they can fly to. which explains why they're spawning so high, then they're coming down. Like, they were coming down way below 200 meters. Oh, that's a kick in the junk. So what did this code look like before I started messing with it? GitHub. Do some research real quick. Okay, where are we at? We are in functions server. Functions server populate sector. Okay, I need to go back to history. Okay, looking at the original commit here. Populate sector. Yeah, what lines are we on? We are on lines 109 through 119. Yep. What in the world? Okay, let's go find this part of the code. Yeah, that was 74. All right. Okay, here we go. GitHub was hiding it from me. So, okay, we got the if count neighbors 0, which used to be this line right here. 88. This used to be line 65. Okay, the vehicle array used to be 66. Okay, I see, I see. So this original code, it was literally just sector. So what I had attempted to do here, because I didn't fully understand that it was locking it to sector. Hmm. It's because it's a search and destroy. I wonder if I decouple it from sector. Can I even do that? We're just gonna test something here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so what we did is we took our position randomizer from up here, which adds a randomness to the X, Y, and Z axis to the sector position. So I don't think this is going to work because the search and destroy waypoint is going to lock itself to sector, but what I'm hoping happens is the search and destroy sector, search and destroy locks itself to these random coordinates instead of sector. Because that'll get me up higher in the air. So don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to try it. That's the way we do literally everything. That doesn't work. I may just roll the code back to the original code because there's no reason to have all this gibberish in there. It's literally just the planes are going to fly around at their minimum altitude. Or I changed waypoint type, which I don't know how that's going to affect things. I feel like search and destroy is kind of important. Oh, hey, we're only 2 zones away from Kabbalah. Sweet.
Warlords Protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Got a 10:51 start
Sector
today.
selected. Select destination. Destination
I guess it must
selected.
just literally been bad luck. We got those 2 nighttime spawns in a row. Had me doubting myself on the randomization of the time.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Yeah, it's going to take a little while for it to go all out of spawn, so I won't be in a rush to kill everybody there. Actually, I won't be in a rush at all, because I want to actually watch the airplanes.
Sector selected. Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, I hear at least 1 jet. Good. Okay, so he spawned high. What we don't want him to do is get really, really low and then stay low forever. Oh, no, his buddy already got down to minimum altitude. Oh, I got 3 jets. It's actually really good. Yep, that guy's down at minimum altitude. That guy's down at minimum altitude. This guy's down at minimum altitude. Huh. That's kind of disappointing. Sure there's a way I could hack around this, but I don't actually think it's worth the effort. Like, so if I redefine where the middle point of the sector is, oh, yeah, I think these guys are just gonna fly around at minimum altitude. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna revert this code back all the way back to the original 5.7 code, which is only gonna take a couple seconds. Then we're gonna do one quick test. Okay, so this code, the way it originally read, was position sector. That's it, literally. Just so it was position sector 200. Oops. And this did not have any of this. And this was actually 0, but I think I'm going to leave that at 400 just to, because he's cycling back to waypoint number 1. He's picking something within 400 radius, I guess. Okay, so it means I don't need this code here. Still a little bit weird because this is working. Like we know for 100% fact this code is working. Because they're spawning way up in the air sometimes. And they're spawning at random places. Like they're not all spawning in the same spot. So it's really strange that that code works. But when you try to do the search and destroy, it doesn't work. I think it's just latching itself onto sector, which really sucks. I know I could like redefine sector to be something else and then do position, like make a new position marker for sector and then randomize it like I'm doing right there. But that's just not worth it. Like maybe I'll come back at some point, try that again, but yeah, don't think it's worth it. Okay, let's jump in game and make sure we didn't typo anything. For next week, what I think we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna test out streaming on Twitch, doing Reforger stuff during the week. Like I may do like an hour or an hour, 2 hour stream, like maybe once, like Monday through Thursday, to like learn Reforger. Then Friday night I'll do a. Where's gonna be my closest airplane? Okay, 2 away.
Warlords protocol
Then Friday night
initialized.
do
Voting
a
for the next
somewhat
sector.
productive Reforger stream.
Select sector.
Right now, the Reforger streams just aren't going to be a YouTube thing unless I get much better at Reforger. So I figure if I do a couple hours during the week on Twitch on Reforger, I'll have something to actually do on Friday night. Reforger, so
Selected.
it would basically be Twitch streams will be
Select
my
destination.
screwing around streams, just doing
Destination
tutorials and
selected.
reading and stuff, and YouTube content will be, I'll try to make it more productive because the audience. On YouTube don't really. Yep, you're dead. That was close. I saw a guy walk around the wall right as he saw me and started shooting. But yeah, it just seems like YouTube is probably not the place to just ramble on and do tutorials, even though it's basically what I do here. But more or less, I at least have a basic idea of what I'm doing when I'm doing SQF. Or I know I can get something done when I start my stream. It's probably a better way to put that. Whereas Reforger, I'm literally hundreds of hours away from being able to accomplish anything.
Sector seized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Okay, we're not going to kill them this time.
Sector
We're going to
selected.
fast travel over there and just watch.
Select destination. Destination selected.
Okay, jet spawned way up in there. Expect him to scoot his way down at some point. Yep. Looks like he's slowly coming down in altitude. Oh yeah, there he is. He's in a straight up nosedive, man. Oh, there he goes down again. Right into the ground, dude. Yeah, it's kind of cool from an immersion standpoint, but it's really bad because tanks can just shoot him. Which is originally what I was kind of trying to solve today. Does look cool though. Okay, cool. We know it didn't break anything. Alright, let's double check that and discard that. That's just a camera. Oh, gotta patch notes. Gotta do patch notes. Okay, so next we need to do income payoff. Alright. And for this, we need to do... I remember how the code went. It was, I need a new bracket here. New bracket here. And gonna be minus... Wait. Less than 2. We'll talk through this in a second. I'll just need to type something out here so I can... Okay, so if I have 5 blue players and 2 red players, it's going to be 5 minus 2 equals 3, which will be greater than 2. So that would be false. Okay, so that's false. So now we're going to fall through to the next one. And blue is going to be 5. Red will be 2. So this would be, blue would be greater than red. So that's going to fall through. Now red will be less than blue and this code block will run. Got it. But we also had the problem last time if we're inside this radius. So if we have 5 blue, 1 red, that means the number is less than 2, so this code block is going to run. Then it's going to come down here and be like, oh, red is less than blue. So this code block runs as well, so he's getting double paid. What we need to do is we need to clean up this part. We're going to do that with a AND statement. Okay, so we need to add an additional bracket around these, because we want to evaluate that. Okay, and we're going to type AND. All right, so let's make sure all our brackets make sense here. So pink is everything within okay. That's gonna be everything within that to that. Yeah. Okay, so pink is there to there. Cool. And that goes there to there. I think I have one extra set of brackets here. No, that should be right. Okay. Right, so now I need to copy. So let's get our bracket set up first. Okay, so we're gonna do bracket, delete, bracket. Okay, so we got our pink bracket set up, and we're gonna copy everything after. Okay, so let's talk through this again on the double pay part. Make sure it's not working. So we're going to have 5 blue, 4 red, and we're going to subtract 4 red, which gives us 1, which is less than 2. So this will evaluate to true. So they'll get paid, both sides will get paid. And we come down here to this if statement. So we have 5 blue, 4 red. So blue is greater than red, which makes this entire line false. So blue will not be getting paid. We have 4 red, 5 blue, which means red is less than blue. So this evaluates to true. And we have 5 blue subtracting 4 red, which equals 1, and that is less than 2. That's greater than. There we go. Okay, so we'll do that again. So we got 4 red, which is less than the 5 blue. So that is true. And we got 5 blue minus 4 red, which is 1. And that is less than 2, so red will not get paid. Yay, okay, so red should only be getting paid once. Cool. Okay, and then we verify this by flipping this right here from less than to greater than. So it means when blue is outnumbering red by 1 person, they will get paid, but I gotta change that to 0. Because I do not want them both getting paid at the start. Actually, let's verify that's code as written is working correctly. So what should happen is I should join the game and I should get paid, because right now I'm not getting paid at all. Game. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Hang on. I forgot to change the payout period. I really don't feel like standing around here for like 70 seconds each time I want to test this. Payout. Where's payouts? Oh, for real, where's payout? There it is, payout period. I'll drop that down to 5. So I should have CP in my extra CP in my pocket before I even get the like welcome screen. Okay, it says blue for first. Both sides should be getting paid. Should probably turn my debugging code back on, but I feel like I got a good enough understanding on this where I don't really need the debugging code. Okay, cool. Got paid. Getting paid. Let's do red real quick.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yep, red's getting paid. Yep. So we know the top code is working. I think I am going to turn my debugging code back on, because the next part is the part I might mess up. Okay, now to make sure that this is not going to work, we know each side's only getting paid a single time, which means all this is working correctly. We're going to change this to 0. And we're going to flip these. So I'm doing this so I can set the teams the way I want to, instead of looking for the absence of evidence. Okay, so let's talk this through. So we're going to be blue. So blue, so 1 minus 0 is going to be 1, which will be less than 0. No, that'll be greater than 0, so this first one will evaluate to false. So it's going to come down here to the next line, next if. So we have blue is greater than red, that's true. And blue minus red will be greater than 0. So both of these will be true, so blue will get paid. Then here, red, this is evaluate to false, and that will evaluate correct. Okay. So I should see blue got paid the first time I do this, and the second time I do this, I should see red got paid. If that works, we'll just flip that and we'll put it up on GitHub. And I'll change that 0. What I'm going to do is I'll initially put it at 0 on GitHub, and then I'm going to add another patch note when I add the toggle to it, and we'll test toggle real quick.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Blue got paid. Blue did get paid. We should see another message in 5 seconds. Blue got paid. Okay.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Both got paid. That is not what we wanted. Both got paid. Why are both getting paid? So there's 0 blue balls and there's 1 red ball. Oh, because it's less than 0. Weird, but red's not getting paid twice. Red should be getting paid twice right now. Both got paid. Now that makes sense. Like, how do I stop that from happening though? I mean, that code works, but I'm getting scared what's going to happen. So we had 0 blues, 1 red, which means I've subtracted that from that, which gives me a -1, which is less than 0. So both sides should get paid. That's a problem because blue's getting money right now too. But would that ever be a realistic situation that's going to happen in game though? Question is, why wasn't this code running? So I had 1 red, 0 blue, so that part of the code runs, correct? That's true. And I had 0 blues minus 1 red. which gives me a -1. So that was not greater than 0. Huh. Trying to think if this would get me in trouble anywhere. So what if I bump that up to 2? Well, the results are going to be the same. Both sides are getting paid. Because it's still going to be less than, no matter what number I put here, it's still going to be less than that. I wonder if I need an AND statement right there. I think I actually might need an AND statement because yeah, we're gonna need an AND statement. Because the way that's written, anytime blue or there's less red than blue, this will always evaluate to true. Okay, so let's try to, so I have one, let's set this to 3. Okay, so I have 2 reds, 0 blues. So 2 reds, 0 blues. So 0 minus 2 is going to give me -2, which is less than 3. So that'll evaluate to true. So now I have, what was it, 2 reds minus 0 blues, which will also give me a number less than 3. So that'll be true as well, so both sides would get paid. But if that was 4 versus 0, that number would be less than, okay. So if I set that back to 0, this time I'm going to have 1 red minus 0 blues, which will give me a value greater than 0. Which means I should then see this chunk of code run because I'm going to have 1 red, 0 blues, so that's true. And no, because I'm going to have 0 blues. No, yeah, actually that'll work. So I'll have 0 blues, 1 red, minus 1 red, which giving me a number of -1, which will not be greater than the band. Okay, so this does work down here on these, but not up there. Okay, got it. We got this figured out. We got it figured out. Glad I added that debugging code back in. That was extreme. I would have literally pushed that
Warlords
to GitHub
initialized.
and never known had I not
Voting
put
for the
that
next
debug code
sector.
in. Okay, I'm not getting paid. Interesting. I forget to save or something? No. Okay, I have one red, which is greater than blue. That's true. Oh, I need that to evaluate to true. Okay, crap. Okay, so this is one red minus 0 blues, which is going to give me a value of 1, which will be greater than 0, which will evaluate to true. That was just me reading the code wrong. Derp. Okay, I feel good about this time. We got this. In fact, if we don't, something's like
Warlords
catastrophically wrong.
initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yay, red got paid. We did it. Okay, cool. Let's just double check blue super fast before I push this to GitHub.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Blue got paid. There we go. Okay, cool. So that is saved. Let's add this to our patch notes. Added number range or team split range. Team. I don't even know how you say that. Added team over balanced range. Added team split range. Team split. We'll call it team split. Team numbers split. Range before economic sanctions kick in. Go economic sanctions. Not, I'm missing a C in there. Boom, there we go. C is in the correct spot. Okay, so we'll push this to GitHub, and then we're immediately going to turn around and we're going to add, okay, we want to discard mission. Constants, yup. Okay. Boom, boom. And we're just gonna pre-write our next patch note. And what we're going to do here is we are going to do a new define. So it's copy the entire thing. Okay, we're going to set this to 2, which will mean the overmatched team can get up to 3 people ahead. No, they can get up to 2 people ahead, and they'll be okay. When they get to the 3rd person, sanctions kick in. Set that to 3. Alt 3. Let's give it a players split between teams. That doesn't make any sense. Number of players split between teams before CP cutoff. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, we need to rename this to something that makes sense. Team balance number. Team balance number. Team balance split. So then we're going to copy this, or we are going to come over here, and everywhere it says 0, we are going to plop this in. I forgot to change these greater than or equal signs. Oops. Oh, nobody actually tries to use that code. All right, in order to test this, I'm gonna have to change that to a 0. And lucky for us, because I forgot to change these greater than or equal than signs, we can just go in and jump right now and test it. So this should all work. All we did was replace those zeros that we tested with a constant. So we should get the exact same behavior. In game. And we'll have to do one additional test. I'm going to put that number back to 3. I'm going to log in, and I should see it both get paid. That'll be our final test. Then we'll be done for the night.
Warlords
Good, because my
protocol
drink's almost empty.
initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yep, got paid. Red got paid. Excellent. Looks like we had an evening start there. That looks kind of cool. Though in Arma, I can never tell the difference in evening and morning. They both look the same to me. Might have been like a 5 a.m. start. Who knows?
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the
And we
next
should see
sector.
blue got paid. Right on. So we know that's working exactly the same with the constant. So what we're going to do next is we're going to change that constant to a 3. And we're going to keep these the same as they are. Actually, it doesn't matter, because we should never be running this code. So what we should see this time is both got paid. Double check everything here. That's going to be false. Okay. We'll test this on both sides. Although it's going to be kind of pointless because both sides are getting paid.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Both got paid. Cool. See it again in there we go. Both got paid. Okay, we'll double check on blue side real fast.
Warlords
Don't expect to top rate any
initialized.
differently, but
Voting for the next sector.
both got paid. And cool. We only got paid one time. There we go. We did it. Da, da, da. We have a fully working and adjustable team balance system. I should just completely close out of that. Okay, and we already got that done. We need to fix constants though. Gotta go find that 5. Change that back to 70. Discard our changes to mission as always. And double check. Okay, we got patch note. Constants. We fixed 5 back to 70. And we added our new define at the bottom. And we fixed our... Okay, cool. Looks good. Boom. There we go. Alright, sweet. We're done for the night. That did not take that long considering how much we just got done. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys here on YouTube, I think Friday night again, next week. I'm gonna try to do Reforger, but it really depends how many hours I have free next week to like do off camera or Twitch stuff. So I think I'm gonna try to stream on Twitch because for some reason I just like cannot sit down and do like Arma work unless I'm streaming. Like I've tried and I'm just like I get bored out of my mind. I'm like, dude, like this is too much. I'd rather just hang out and like kind of sort of work on stuff while I run my job. But okay, that's gonna be it for this stream. See you guys next week.